What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. You're watching the Reseller Mom Show, and thanks so much for joining me today for more Reseller Mom content to get more done, make more money, and stay sane while raising kids and reselling online. So today I have one of my versions of a haul. I hate doing hauls. I've said this before. I'm very uncomfortable doing them. I feel very on the spot. I don't always come up with the right words. And a lot of times I'm not the one even describing my items sometimes. I'm having my photographer and virtual assistant do it. So what I'm saying in a haul video may not be how it actually gets listed later. And so I really like the idea of doing what I listed videos. And showing you an item that I purchased to resell, but once it's been listed, that way you can see the nice photos, we can see how it's been described, whether by me or by my helpers, what I'm pricing it at. And sometimes I have a little bit more information because maybe I've done some research, or just have a little bit of more of a story behind it. And so today I picked 10 listings that I have put up in July and in August that are still listed, haven't sold yet, that I wanted to share with you. And each of them have some kind of something behind it. There's a reason why I'm sharing it with you. It's not just your run-of-the-mill type of item. So I think that that's helpful. I'd love to hear your comments and let me know if you find it helpful. I've had, kind of mixed reviews from people, and I know everyone loves a haul. I love a good haul. I watched some this morning while I was working, but I just feel like for me, this is a more comfortable format to do it in. So I'm just gonna dive right in. You let me know what you think. Give the video a thumbs up, leave me some comments, give me some constructive feedback. I'm a big girl, I can take it, and I would appreciate it. So let's go ahead. So one note I can say, which I thought was really funny, is that I've been incentivizing my virtual assistant to research stock photos. And whatever your thoughts are on stock photos, I like to use them. I like how they look. So far, I haven't had any major bad experiences in using them. And so I'm going to continue to use them until further notice. And so my virtual assistant is like a super researcher, and she's been finding some great images of these items. So I will say some of them are not exactly what I'm hoping for, because she's not always finding a stock photo. She's finding maybe someone else's modeled photo. And so we have to talk about that. But for the most part, it's been going well. And this is an example. She found this, stock photo of this Disney vintage Mickey Mouse sweatshirt, and I have it up for $29. I love selling Disney items. I've been a lot more picky about my Disney items and just trying to either get ones that are vintage, ones that are authentic Disney parks, or have a particular character that may be doing well for a particular time, or is in a good size. So I'm just not picking up like any Disney t-shirt these days. But Mickey obviously always does well. I haven't done a whole lot of men's Disney things, so we'll see how this goes. And obviously a sweatshirt could be unisex. So we'll see how this goes, because we do have it listed here in the description as unisex, but it is under men. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, but I like finding ones. I'm just going to show you the tag here. Like if it's made in the USA, if it says some other company that's Disney, but like some of them are Disney Ltd, some of them are Disney Designs. There's been a lot of different ones that I've found that are obviously vintage. So I just, wanted to show you the tag on that and see, show you that. So just, I'm in Orlando, so I do find a lot of Disney things where somebody, in Ohio may not. But, if you find it, I think you should look at it and see if there's value there. Because again, not every Disney t-shirt is going to, bring in the big bucks. Okay, that's enough for that. This next one is a Nike sweatshirt, and this was actually, I'm 99% sure it came in a ThredUp box, and I wasn't sure it was real. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, it struck me as really odd. I'm not a big Nike person. I don't follow it. I don't know a lot about it. But my virtual assistant was able to find the stock photos. So I'm like, okay, well then at least I know if she's looking up those numbers and it's bringing up a stock image, then it must be a legitimate piece. So I have this up for $29, and I do think I want to start looking up stock photos more for Nike. I've just never really put a lot of time and effort into it, but now that she's doing it and I'm paying her a little extra to do that research, it takes the time away from me, and I think sometimes can be really helpful. So this was the tag. It's an extra small, and this was just, you know, a Nike sweatshirt with the spell out on the front. So hopefully that does well as we start getting into the sweatshirt fall and winter season. I have this one up. This is just a Style & Company, which is a house brand from Macy's, and it's just a brand new with tags cardigan. I've got a lot of sweaters and cardigans from the Macy's liquidation lot that I purchased a while back, and those are all going to start going up now. Some of them are already up. The more summery things had gone up a little bit earlier, and I just put this up to talk about, you know, the idea of looking into liquidation. If that's something that you're interested in, you know, you want to get it at a good price so that you can sell it at a decent price. And right now the $15 price point, give or take here and there, some are a little more, some are a little less, but for the most part I've had really good success with things selling well and selling quickly at the $15 price point, even though it's just a Macy's house brand. So don't ignore those things. You know, obviously it is new with tags and it is more of a current style because it's recently liquidated, so that's something to keep in mind. But I just kind of put this up there to talk about it. I mean, it's a $70 item, but we all know that a lot of these department stores like Kohl's and Macy's and JCPenney and what have you, like they just put these crazy prices on there, and like I just don't really feel like they're rooted in anything, because they're trying to bring people in with the big sales. So you can't expect to put something like this up for 50% off of retail and get it. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that do, but for me, I'm going for a good price point that works where people buy it outright. Every once in a while I'll get an offer. I can still have a little wiggle room and send out an offer if I'd like to get something to sell. And, you know, so far so good with that. So I included that one. This one is a new with tags, something navy batwing fleece lounge top. And I thought this was a good piece. I actually had to do some spot treatment on it, but it is still new with the tags. But this came in one of the liquidation lots that I purchased, and you know, we were able to find a stock photo for it. And I meant to, let me just pull it up here. Yeah, Nordstrom. I meant to pull up exactly where it was from, but I was pretty sure it was from Nordstrom. And you know, the Nordstrom brands do well as well, or things that are carried at Nordstrom. So I don't get a lot of them, but when I do, those seem to do okay. So I'm hoping that this one will as well, again, as we get into that kind of cozy, comfy sort of a season. But something navy is not something that I've ever found in the wild. This was something, again, that came to me in a liquidation, so I thought I would share that brand. This one I found at the bins. It was a brand new with tags, Calvin Klein merino wool sweater, and a men's. And you know, I'm just, again, I don't really do a lot of men's, but because it was brand new with tags, because it was Calvin Klein, you know, I picked it up. And of course, because the merino wool, it's an $80 sweatshirt, or sweater, I guess you could say. I have it up for $29, and hopefully it'll do well. Again, I'm not super well versed with men's, so hopefully it does well, but I did get this at the bins, so you definitely can't pass this up. And I was happy that my virtual assistant found this stock photo of it, so that always helps the closet look good in general. This is a silk scarf, and I put this up because when I find silk scarves at the bins, or even cashmere scarves, sometimes, you know, 100% wool scarves or virgin wool scarves, anything that's got a valuable material to it, I pick up, regardless of brand, regardless really of maybe even the print, as long as it's in excellent condition, because I feel like there are people that just look for these kinds of items. And in the future, as I can take on, I may even start listing some of my scarves on Etsy, because I feel like there's a market for it on Etsy. I haven't done a lot of research. I don't really know if that's something you do. I'd love to hear about it, but I feel like that's a thing. So I would like to continue to build up my inventory of silk and cashmere and wool scarves. They're lightweight, so when I'm buying them at the bins, I'm paying hardly anything for something like this, but there is still amazing value there. Also, it's light to ship as well. So I have this up for $29. Clearly, I would take an offer for it. I really haven't done a lot of research into this market, but I think that there's value here and something that I want to pay more attention to in the future. So I thought I would share that with you. And, it's funny. I know that Rockstar Flipper has put it out there, like, and I used to watch his channel all the time. Lately, I just watch some videos. But he put out there, like, that he wants ties and he wants to be a big seller of ties. And it's funny because, like, even though I don't ever wear scarves, I really like scarves and I like selling scarves and I like taking pictures of scarves. And it's just one of those weird things that I have. And so I would just say, if you're a person that finds scarves, but you don't want to sell the scarves for whatever reason, because they are lightweight and could probably easily be shipped, DM me on Instagram and, maybe you can sell me some of your scarves or something. I feel like everybody has different things that they can find easily, but maybe they pass up for certain reasons. And so maybe it's something that you don't want to deal with, but I'm happy to sell it. Maybe we can work something out. Maybe there's something that I can find that I don't want to sell, but you want it. So, if you ever have those ideas, reach out to me. I think it's really interesting what he did. He got all kinds of people to send him, and he paid for them, of course, their ties. And now he's like doing this big tie thing. So I think that is really cool, and would put that out there for scarves because for whatever reason, I like them. I don't know. Who knows? NipTuck is a brand of swimwear and maybe other things. I don't know. I've only ever sold a couple of their swimwear, but they've sold well before. I know we're kind of getting to the close of swimsuit season, but as people start planning their vacations to warmer weather destinations in the colder months, the swimsuits will pick back up. So I list them all year round. There's the people in Hawaii that buy them. There's people nearby me in Florida that buy them. So people buy swimsuits all the time. And I thought this was a really nice one. It's a size 6. And again, it's from the brand NipTuck. And I've had good luck with that a couple of times. So thought I would share that brand. Next up, unfortunately, these photos didn't come out super great, but it's Lacoste, and it's one of those ones where maybe you don't think about it all the time, and maybe you don't even come across it very often. For me, I don't come across it very often, but when I do, I buy it. It has always sold well in the past, and as we get into sweater season, which I feel like are the kinds of things that I usually find in the Lacoste brand as a sweater of some kind, it usually does well. So I have this up for $39, and it looks like I don't know why she has it under retails. That's not good. I have to fix that. But it looks like there is a slight discoloration, so that's something I'm going to have to take a look at. But maybe I'll lower the price for that. But Lacoste is a good brand that I've had luck with previously, and I might even put vintage on this. I don't know 100%, but that looks like an older tag, so I may do that. Again, I don't spend a lot of time on research, so it's just kind of like what I'm able to get done. If you know, let me know in the comments. Brandy Melville, I put this up because I never find it, and I found it at the bins, and I grabbed it, and I put it up just because it's one of those ones that you keep hearing about. People are selling it, but I didn't do any particular research on this. I just thought it's a great fall jacket. It's in that nice, military olive color, and I'm sure somebody is going to want this this fall. I really hope so anyway, and I was just excited to share this brand because it's one that I have not found before, or I think I found it, but it was like a piece that was not in good condition, so I didn't actually purchase it. But I mean, I think I've only ever found it twice. So Brandy Melville, and this one I am just in love with. So this is a Massimo denim jacket. So just your Target brand denim jacket, which some people may want to buy and sell regardless. And maybe it would sell because denim jackets, always seem to sell well. I like selling denim jackets, but I found it at the bins. This is what it looked like when I found it. And then when I flipped it over, it was this. So someone, this person here, I can't see their name, did this graffiti style artwork on it, and I just think that is so cool. And anytime you can upcycle an item, I think it's really awesome, and it's something that in my head I want to do, but I never have the time to do. And so maybe someday when my reselling business is so automated that I just have all this free time, even though I'm making tons of money, I can just upcycle items, because I think it's a really cool thing. I wouldn't do this because I don't have this kind of artistic talent, by any stretch, but I would do, you know, more things that you could like sew or assemble or like put together or like turn this into that, or things like that, like more crafty work than I guess artwork. But I just thought this was cool. I really hope that somebody buys this Christmas season. If you're into the Grinch, if you're into just in general cool, interesting things like this, you know, hopefully somebody will really find this interesting and want it, because someone spent the time to make this beautiful artwork on there, and then it ended up in the bins and could have ended up in a landfill. And I just think that that's crazy. So hopefully someone, I think I should put this on Instagram. I think I'm going to put this on Instagram. I need to get a like store Instagram going, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I never do it. But this is a great piece to promote. So if anybody knows anybody that would be interested in something like this, send them my way. But so anyway, those are 10 items that I just thought each had something interesting to note, something noteworthy, something to share, something to show. And I may do, you know, some haul videos and then some videos like this. It just depends. I just find it very difficult to get the items in and not list them right away or get them to my photographer right away, but wait till I have the time to do a haul video and then put it into the schedule of videos and then move the items along. So for me, that's where I get bottlenecked. But appreciate your patience, love your feedback, can't wait to see you in the next video. Go ahead and like this video if you found it helpful. Leave me a comment below with any feedback you have, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Reseller Mom content to get more done, make more money, and stay sane while raising kids and reselling online. Thanks so much, mamas. Have a great day. Bye.